Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory, episode 6. But let's get on with it. Today, I think we're going to be booting assemblers, maybe doing stuff on the M.A.M., getting a hard drive. I don't know. So, we're going to be checking that out. But let's get this guide going. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do the
Hello out there,
whole
all my
assembly
fellow fixer
today.
pioneers. Welcome back to another episode of How to Satisfactory, my series here that is a tutorial and walkthrough guide for you, the beginning player to Satisfactory. In the last few episodes, what we've done so far is built this awesome little starter factory as you see here, mostly beginning with a lot of iron. So we got screws, we got plates, we got iron rods coming in. We've also added in the copper over there, so we got some wire
Well,
and some
how I
cable
fall.
coming in over here. So if you haven't watched the previous episodes, I highly suggest doing so, as then you should be caught up by the time you get to this one. What we are going to do today? Well, we're going to do a couple things. We are going to add some more copper into the line over there, and we're
Yeah,
going to
I
start
was
putting
going to be
in
doing
some copper plating. We're
couple
going to add
plating, I think,
reinforced plates down
and
here
reinforced
so we
plates and
can
stuff, but,
do
you know,
more with
you
our
watch the
iron
video.
and the pieces that we are already making. And we're going to get into the M.A.M.I, and
And I
research
built another
materials
old
to learn new
thing.
skills for the game.
Is he did, and
All right,
I got
so
this
with that
storage
being
crates
said,
built.
let's go
Now
ahead
that cat.
and get started. First things first, it is time to unlock that milestone we've been waiting a
Boom.
couple of episodes for. So we're going to go over to the hub terminal,
Next, I
and
would,
if you don't
so
have
I
it
say
already
it's gonna be
selected, it's
this.
going to be part assembly, which is the first one in tier 2 right here.
Boy, I already have enough
Now, what that's
spaces
going to
just to
give us
make it.
is a new machine. It's going to let us make copper sheets and some new pieces that we can make in the assembler, such as rotors, modular frames, and smart plating. So, but mostly we want that copper sheets and the assemblers. And to make the assemblers, we need the rotors. So this is kind of probably the next choice that we're going to be using right here. So go ahead and select that if you haven't already, and make that your active milestone. And then come over here to active milestone if you already have it selected, and we're going to drop all the pieces in there. So you're going to need 500 screws, you're going to need about 200 cable, 200 rods, and 300 plates. Right there we go. Okay, so we got all that taken care of. Hit the big red button, and then that will launch up into the sky, send the parts up there, and we're going to get our stuff. All right, of course, after pressing the big red button, it sends that up into space, and then we get Ada, who tells us about what we unlocked and everything. So once all that is said and done, or you can just skip it by hitting enter, we now have access to the new toys, such as the assembler right here under production, which is a bigger version of the constructor. So instead of one input for making things, it has two to combine items to make new things. So what we're going to end up doing is making two of these. So let's go ahead and hit the plus button twice right there to add two into our to-do list over on the right-hand side over here. And it's going to tell us what we need. So we need some reinforced arm plates. We're going to need 8 rotors and 20 cable. So this is why I like to keep everything, kind of keep my hub near my storage and everything. That's why I send everything down here, and why we put the hub up here is to make it easy to get what we need to make the stuff. So let's head over to the crafting bench, and we're going to make what we need. First things up is this rotor. So that is a new piece that we just got, and it's probably down here under industrial parts down here on your craft bench. Go ahead and hit that. We're going to make, we only need 8. I'm going to make 10. All right, there we go. Got 10. I like nice round numbers right there. And I don't have enough reinforced plates, so we're going to go ahead and make some of those too.
So I don't
Only
know.
need like 2
Yeah, I got
more,
enough
but I might as well
plates.
just go ahead and make them to 20 right here. All right, so we have all the pieces we need now to make our assembler. So let's jump down from up here onto the bottom floor down here. If you can get it right, you might even be able to jump right onto the splitter right here, which I certainly missed. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up our hotbar down there. Let's go ahead and grab a constructor off the list if you still have it down there. And then one thing, if you remember, you can just hit E and bam, now we have an assembler. So keeps from having to put so many things on the hotbar when we can switch back and forth between what we need. So hitting E, we have constructor, assembler, etc., etc. So once we unlock the manufacturer, you'll be able to swap over to that too easily, just hitting E. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to place this assembler with the inputs, the two yellow lines back there, two yellow arrows, facing towards the screws and the plates, because that's what we're going to be choosing from right here. Choosy moms choose Jif. Alright, so we're going to put it right down here. So right here is where our screws are being made. And it's pretty much about 2 foundations long in length. So you could technically put it like right there, and that would be centered. But we don't want to center it because then we won't get the pieces in there. So make it about centered and then move it forward kind of 1 right there. So the front piece is off to the front right there. So it'd be just off center right there. And plop it down. There we go. Alright, we're going to hop over on top of this. Alright, so I don't know if I've mentioned this yet or not, but let's go ahead and bring up a splitter right here. And if we hold our Fix-It tool and hover it over top of a conveyor belt, look how you notice look how smooth that is. Go ahead and try that right now, and you'll notice that you can move the splitter along the belt. And see how it just moves wherever we want it? So we could just easily put that anywhere. We can even do that on the bottom belt down here too. The thing with the bottom belt is where it's so close to the ground, sometimes if you're not exactly pointing right at the conveyor belt, then you'll see it on the ground. So you don't want to put it there. You want to make sure it's on the belt. And like I said, just go ahead and try that right now so you get the hang of it, and you can see where it's kind of moving smoother compared to moving in just particular areas. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to put that on the bottom belt. We want to line it up with the input here on our assembler right here. So you can do that by using just the blue air or the blue line right there. Make sure again that you're on the actual belt, not the floor, and make one right there. Come over here and we'll do the same thing with the top one. So again, make sure you're on the belt right there and put it right and where the yellow or where the blue line is right there, pointing towards that. Boom. Go ahead now, put a conveyor belt into that one and input into this one. And now you should see screws and plates coming out of the splitters and going into our assembler right here. Fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and make the exact same thing on the other side over here. So again, just put an assembler over there and just copy it except in reverse. And if you've done everything right on this side, again, you should see plates. Plates and screws forming up behind here. So now we're going to press E to configure our assembler, and we're going to have it make reinforced arm plates, which require, of course, screws and plates. So there we go. Now let's come over here to the front here, and what we're going to do is this line right here that we have with the rods, we're going to actually remove that, and we're going to take it out all the way back here to the corner like so. Come down here, do the same thing. There we go. And we are also going to grab one of these storage containers, and we're going to put it right down here next to this one with the input, with the, again, the yellow facing away from us right there. There we go. And then put 3 more on top right here, because we're going to be using all of those. Now, we already have the 2 over there, so what we're basically do once we get over to the other side is exactly the same thing we have here. Alright, once we got our storage containers down there, come down here to where we took out the rods right here, and we are going to put a conveyor belt back down, and we're going to move it right to the middle of this foundation, right there. And then we're going to turn it down here, so that it's straight coming down here. Just a little bit on the edge, right all the way down here. We're going to bring this all the way down to the end down here to the foundation right here before our storage bins. And right there on the line, like so. Then we turn that again, like so. And if you guys remember how I told you on how to line these up just perfect, just go to the blue line and then back away 2. And there we have it, 90-degree angle for the most part. Alright, so now our rods are going in there. Now we're going to put another conveyor belt coming out of here. So this one, we're going to bring it out one space from there. Let's put it down. And that way we can move it down here. So put it right there on the line. And then move it down here. And then go down here where the foundation is so that they're lined up. But there. Now we're going to put another conveyor belt coming out of here. So this one, we're going to bring it out one space from there. Let's put it down. And that way we can move it down here. So put it right there on the line. And then move it down here. And then go down here where the foundation is so that they're lined up, but then move it back 1. Like so. And then, bam. Then we have our little thing. So we just move it all the way down here, like so, to where where the lines meet right there. Back it away 2. And again, a 90-degree angle, perfect in there. All right. So our next thing is going to be power. So, full disclosure, I have added another power biofuel generator over to our generator area over on the other side. If you remember where I built that up on the end. So I believe that makes 5 now that I have down there in the end. That way we won't run into power. So if you guys need to do that, I highly suggest going and adding in another generator. And while you're there, you might as well make sure that you have enough biofuel being made down there as well. Fill that up so it doesn't stop making that, because for a little bit we are going to be just pretty much on biofuel, using that for our generators and stuff and making this work. In all, I think we'll probably end up with about 6 generators before we start to move to coal. So, but that's another day. And yeah, so let's go ahead and hook up some power to these things right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a power pole by copying that one, and I'm going to put it right down here on our edge down here, right there. And then I'm going to put the machine to there, and then we're going to connect that to that. There we go. And then this one up here, we're going to connect to that as well, like that. All right, and we don't actually need this one now, so we can take that line out. There we go. All right, and then this machine should start up, and we should be seeing some reinforced iron plates being made. And there's our first reinforced plate moving down the line into our storage containers. Fantastic. All right. So now we're just going to basically, what we did here with the conveyor belts, we're going to do the exact same thing with the containers and all on the other side down there. Also, just to point out, if you guys are having trouble trying to get around these conveyor belts we put in, then you can always just kind of do this. Run toward them and hold down C and you'll slide. And that's an easy way to get under things. Just slide under the conveyor belts. It's also fun, too. Whee! Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to take out our conveyor belt line that we already have over here. Do the same thing we did on the other side. Alright, and once you have all the conveyor belts done, you've got your power set up. On the other side, I do need to fix that because I did mess up right there. We put the power pole on the edge, on the outside. We actually need to put it on the inside right here to match up with that one. So then we'll just bring the line down across through here and then up, and then just remove the cables so that we have the power going. Alright, and don't forget to set your machine to making reinforced steel plates. And there we go. So it's going to take 30 iron plates and 60 screws per minute to make 5 reinforced plates. So it takes a lot of these. I do need to fix that because I did mess up right there. We put the power pole on the edge, on the outside. We actually need to put it on the inside right here to match up with that one. So then we'll just bring the line down across through here and then up, and then just remove the cables so that we have the power going. Alright, and don't forget to set your machine to making reinforced steel plates. And there we go. So it's going to take 30 iron plates and 60 screws per minute to make 5 reinforced plates. So it takes a lot of these to make only a few of these, but 5 per minute, that's not bad. We're still making everything, and this is going to take care of a lot of these extra screws and stuff that we have overleft right now. Because if you haven't noticed, some of your containers may be getting a bit full at the moment. So we are going to solve that problem in the next episode when we talk about the sink and coupons. But that's the next episode, not this one. So from now, let's go ahead and move on. Now we're going to go over to copper. We're going to add some more machines up to that mix. All right, so now
You hit me first. It hurt, Jesus. Nah, you hit me like it alarm. And apparently spoons aren't good weapons, and you're complaining. Yeah, see absurdity. And I literally, like you said that it did nothing. Like it's a really bad weapon. Does nothing. Sucks ass. I'm not gonna say that because I'm recording, but you know. Yeah, it's a spoon. No. Yeah, don't miss this one. The
We're up
spoon.
here where the copper is, so go ahead and copy one of these constructors right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave this space right here in between empty. We're just going to bring this right down here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make these lined up and centered right on those foundations. Look for the blue line, and you'll know you have it squared away right there. Yeah, that looks good to me. All right, come over to the other side. We're going to add another one right over here. And like, let's see here. Yeah, that should be working. And make sure to turn it around so that the output is facing towards the middle. And there we go. Everything's lined up because we have the blue lines right there. Perfect. Grab a splitter, bring it down here, and line that up with the input right there. Put your conveyor belt into that. Connect your conveyor belt down to here. Boom. Alright, same thing down here on the other side. We are going to add a splitter right here. Put it right up right there. Perfect. And then add that to that. And your input into the machine. And voila. Now, press E to configure this machine. What we're going to make here is something new. Copper sheets. Bam. Just like that. Alright, so now some of these copper that is backed up right here is now going to go into this machine, and we're going to start producing copper sheets. That is as soon as we get power to it. So in order to add power, I'm just going to go out here to the outside. We're going to add one of these poles right here in this section. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and snap a wire from there to there. And then I don't think we can snap one to that one. Yeah, that one's full, so what we'll have to do is just cut this power real quick right here. And then add one back real quick. There we go. Alright, so we just lost power on these machines for just a moment, but we are all good now. Come over here to the other side, do the exact same thing right over here. Put it right there on the edge. Alright, and connect power from there to there. And then disconnect that line, and then reconnect it back real quick from there to there. And then boom, to that machine. And I think I got to do this one over here too.
You what?
There we go.
No, you
All right.
can't have it.
Now, this machine's now making copper
Because I
sheeting.
bought that with my
We'll
own
set
money.
this one also to make
That's
copper sheeting.
no.
And we are good to go.
It
Add
cost
a
me
merger
$3.
right here. If you can, two ways you can do that. You
Yeah,
can copy the merger
no.
we already have down
It's
there, or
mine.
just grab
I'll
your
give you
splitter,
like a
hit
spoon of
E
it.
to turn it into a merger. And what we want to do with this
Because you
one
could
is
have
we're
asked
going to
them, but
turn it
no.
around so that the blue arrow is facing away from us. And boom, to that machine.
I said maybe
And I
you,
think I got to do
you
this
should
one
have
over here
said
too.
something.
There we go. All right. Now, this machine's now making copper sheeting. We'll set this one also to make copper sheeting. And we are good to go. Add a merger right here. If you can, two ways you can do that. You can copy the merger we already have down there, or just grab your splitter, hit E to turn it into a merger. And what we want to do with this one is we're going to turn it around so that the blue arrow is facing away from us down that direction. Line it up to the two outputs. Perfect. Now, if you've done everything right, you should have it be able to line right up into that, right up into that. And we're going to go jump across through here. We're going to copy this conveyor lift right here, attach it to this side right here. And then push it down. Now, right down here, turn your scroll wheel until it's turning to the right-hand side right there. I guess it depends on how you're looking at it. It could also be the left-hand side, but for right now, it's on my right. So there we go. Turn it that way. Perfect. Now, delete this line where the wire is being made, because actually what we're going to do is we're going to change this around a little bit. Go ahead and delete this conveyor lift here too. Attach a new one, turn it right there, and then have it go in the opposite direction of what this one is. So, like so. Alright, there we go. Now, jump down here. What we're going to do is we're going to attach some pieces of platform down underneath of here. So turn on your zoop and attach and down through there like so. Do the same thing over here, down to the edge. Perfect. Now we are going to do this right here. We're going to attach a conveyor belt to this lift right here. Bring it out and make sure it turns so that we can get it right down here. And let's just go ahead and bring it right down here to where these foundations right here meet. Do the same thing on the other one. Bring it to there. Turn it right there. Now both of these should be kind of just about right. Now we see copper sheeting coming down the line here. We have copper wire coming down this line. We're going to go down here. We're going to pretty much delete all of this. So go ahead and remove these conveyor belts. That lift where the wire is going. Just remove all of that right there. Just get rid of it all. Alright, so the next thing is go ahead, grab a new conveyor belt, attach it to the one with the wire right there. Bring it all the way down to right here where this line is, right?
Oh, I can't. You going so fast. Then you keep on skipping. It's so hard to do a guide when everything wants to model you. Oh.
Right where the just delete all of this. So go ahead and remove these conveyor belts. That lift where the wire is going. Just remove all of that right there. Just get rid of it all. Alright, so the next thing is go ahead, grab a new conveyor belt, attach it to the one with the wire right there. Bring it all the way down to right here where this line is, right where the foundations meet right there. Alright, and then turn it, and then bring it all the way down to this corner right here.
Oh!
Fantastic. Alright, and
I'm not talking to you. I'm yelling at you, but I'm not yelling at you.
then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this one down here. We're going to bring this one all the way down to the very middle right here, right there. And then turn it. And then go ahead and bring this one down to the same exact spot down here. Now, also make sure you get it lined up perfect right there. There we go. Alright, awesome. Now, let's head back upstairs right here real quick to where our cable is. Go ahead and remove this line right here with that conveyor stand right there. And go ahead and grab a lift, line it up to our, and just keep heading towards the, go ahead and remove this line right here with that conveyor stand right there. And go ahead and grab a lift, line it up to our machine right here, and put it right in the center right here, this foundation where it's lined up with the input facing towards our cable machine. Click it once, and then now again you can see that we have our little blue arrows down there. Use your mouse wheel to turn it until it is facing towards us down this way. We're basically going to be running the line down that way, and we're just kind of changing the lines up a little bit. I kind of wish I'd have prepared this in the earlier episode, but I wasn't 100% sure where these were going to go. Now I know, and now we have to fix it, so just a little bit more work on our part. If I ever do another series of this, maybe when they come out with a new update or something, I'll do a new How to Satisfactory series, and I will make sure to fix all the problems with these videos. But yeah. Alright, so now we have 3 lines right here. So we have, this is our cable, this is our copper sheeting, and our wire right here. Go back upstairs, connect this to that. Fantastic. Alright, we are doing great now. Alright, next we're going to come down here and we're going to remove what we already have down here. Let's go ahead and delete all of this here, like so. The stands, everything, all the belts, and these guys here. Actually, this one right here can stay. Go ahead and leave that one, but grab this one here, because what we're going to do is we're going to copy that and we're going to put it right next to it, like so. And then again, with the arrows underneath those, face them away from us so that they're going that way and all the way up. Don't make sure they don't go any lower than what they are. So we want them to go that way right there. And then put another one right here next to that one, facing us like so. And down. All right, there we go. Now let's bring these conveyor belts all the way down to the line right here. So grab one there, bring it down. It won't go all the way. If you remember in the last episode, we can only go so far with conveyor belts. So just bring it, I don't know, halfway right here. Bring that one down here too. And that one. Fantastic. Now just go ahead and connect these up down here. So these are going to be easy. We'll just move these down to here. And should be right on the line if I'm not mistaken. Like so. Now this one, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this one up to right about there. And then turn it like so. Alright, so now we just have one left to do, so let's go ahead and connect that into that. Bring it to right there, right in the middle of this foundation. And then turn it. There we go. Alright, the only thing left to do is to connect our conveyor belts together, like so. And that one to that one. And there we have it. Now we just jump down here. Now we already have some of these together here, but let's go ahead and just delete that because where we kind of replace these here, we're just going to change these up just a little bit. There we go. Get rid of that conveyor belt. Alright, and connect that into that. And then you should see the wire moving along the conveyor belt there into its storage compartment. Now, come over here, grab from there in the storage container, bring it down on the floor until you see right there. So it's going to be right there. Move it back to, click once, move it up a couple of times there until it's level. And then just connect that right into that. Same thing for this one. Bring it along the floor till if you got everything pretty much right there, your machine should be right there where the line is to line up with that. And then just move it back to, like so. And then up, level it out. And there we go. Alright, so now that conveyor belt is going into that one, and everything is going into its storage spots just the way it is supposed to go. Alright, this is awesome to see right here, everything moving uniformly down the conveyor belt line at a perfect speed. Yeah, this is good to see right here. Alright, now, let's go ahead and move on to the next step of this video. Alright, so in some of the previous videos, I asked you guys out there what you would like to see me go over. And one of the things that was requested was research and using the M.A.M. So, we previously had the M.A.M down before, and I kind of went over it a little bit, and I said we'd come back to it more later on. Now is that time. So go ahead and grab one of these foundations right here. Place it down. We're going to square this platform up right here on the edge. Go into your build menu. Go into special right here. And there you will find the M.A.M in between the hub and the space elevator. Alright, M.A.M. And we're going to place this down right, well,
Oh my goodness.
pretty much wherever you want right here on the edge, wherever you feel like that you can. There we go. And there we have it. The M.A.M is now returned in all of its glory. So, now that we have this, let's take a look at it here. Go into Configure M.A.M. Alright, now, we got some different things we can do here. So far, I have unlocked alien organisms, nutrients, and I've actually unlocked quartz. So, maybe you guys have as well. There was a small thing of quartz kind of over on that side over there. So, you may have come across it too and kind of found it by now. If not, I'll show you where to find some in a minute. Alright, so looking in the M.A.M, we have these three over here, right? Alright, so right now let's take a look at, well, let's look at nutrients right now. So nutrients, we unlocked a few things already in here. The barrel nuts, the pale berries, and then we haven't found the bacon agaric yet, or at least I haven't in this particular game. But it's basically little plants of bacon. That's right, who knew? Bacon grows in plants. Sounds like a delicious plant to me. Finally, a reason to go vegan. Alright, and over here we have alien organisms. And we need some alien organs for that, which I might actually have some of those somewhere. Maybe not. I've only been fighting the chargers so far. And then we have biomass down here. But let's take a look at this a little bit more in detail. We also have the nutrients and we have the quartz here as well. But let's look at alien organisms, for example. With this one right here, the biomass. So what that's telling me is I can make biomass from alien carapaces. And all I have to do is have 10 of the carapaces, which we don't have yet. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go out and gather a few things, and that way we can also unlock, if you look here, you have a few other things here. Unknown metals, fungus-like vegetation, storage energy readings, or strange energy readings, unknown chemical element, and I have the Fixmas Holiday event down here. I don't know why that's still on there, but yes. Okay. So, right there, you see that rock right there? We're going to head over to that rock, and then from there, remember the little blue guy sitting on the side of that thing right there? The little blue slug? We're going to grab him as well. And then we're going to go around and we're going to gather a few other things real quick. So let's head over here to this rock real quick first. Alright, now on this rock, there's a little thing right on top of that rock that we need to get to. So let's go ahead and go into our build menu. Go into foundations. Grab us a ramp. And we're going to put that ramp kind of right about there. Just anywhere you can to kind of get up to it. We're going to build it down so we can just walk straight up the ramp. And voila! On top of here we have Caterium ore. Now go ahead and start picking away at this just like you would one of the nodes here by holding down E.
New technologies can be developed based on this new, superconductive, gold-like element, primarily in power and electronics. A new research tree can now be accessed in the M.A.M.I.
Alright, so just like Ada just told us there, we have now discovered a new element, and it's basically Caterium. So we're going to use Caterium to make stuff, but we don't have a lot of Caterium just yet. But that should at least get us to unlock it. Go ahead, remove these ramps right here just to clean things up a bit. Now, let's go over here, go to old Mr. Sluggy over there. So we're just going to drop down, walk up the ramp here. And right over here to the edge. Oh, don't fall down. There's actually a little gap right there between that. So we're just going to jump over to the slug. And we're going to pick this guy up. One thing I should probably mention is make sure you have actual space in your inventory for this. I have way too many screws and a lot of biofuel for some odd reason. I should have put that in our machines, but yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to drop some screws because I really don't need those. We have plenty of screws being made over there. And we're going to pick up our blue slug. Perfect.
This
All right.
semi-slug seems to emit unfamiliar energy readings which could potentially be retrofitted into Fixit technology. A new research tree can now be accessed in the M.A.M.I.
All right, once again, Ada told us there about what we just picked up, and that at the end there, it can be accessed in the M.A.M., which is the machine we just placed down over there. There's another blue slug right on top of that over there, and I think there's another one over here somewhere, maybe over in there. But we're not going to worry about that anymore. We're going to head over this way towards our power generators. Alright, and while we're over here, remember earlier when I said I placed down a new generator? So what I did was I just added a new foundation block down here to the end. And I've added one there and connected it to the pole down here on the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power generators going right now, plus the 2 up on top. Which these actually put out 30 megawatts of power each, while the 2 that's attached to the hub only do 20 each. So just a heads up on that. If you're trying to count up power and why you're missing like 20 power, that's because each of those are missing 10 each. They're only putting out 20 each. So, alright. But anyway, since I'm over here, let's head down here to the one on the end that is putting the biofuel down in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop off some of this biofuel here. So, all but one. I do want to have one stack on me because we're going to need to use the chainsaw in a minute. So, I want to make sure I have some fuel for that. Alright, so let's head around the side of this cliff right here. And you should see these little purple rocks kind of standing out on the side over here. Let's head over to that real quick here. And we are going to chip away at this. So if you haven't already got quartz, this is where you're going to find it. This is a perfect spot to find it right now. That will help you unlock it. So if you haven't unlocked it yet, Ada's going to talk about that. But you may have already had it by now. Alright, now, coming around here from where the quartz is, there's a little hole in the cave right here. Or in the side of the cliff. And that's a cave. Go ahead and grab out our chainsaw. Alright, walk up to these glowing, or not really glowing, but these mushroom-like things right here. And we're going to cut these down.
The mycelia within this fungus suggests strong molecular bonding features frequently observed in adhesives and medicine, both beneficial for field research. A new research tree can now be accessed in the M.A.M.I.
Alright, so now we have unlocked mycelia, another branch of the M.A.M.I research tree. Alright, now go ahead and put your chainsaw away because we're about to go down here in this cave to grab some more mycelia. Now, there's one little thing I need to mention here real quick. If you have arachnophobia, if you hate spiders, you might want to go in and turn on arachnophobia mode. It's under the settings, and you should be able to find it fairly easy because there are spiders in this cave. Well, they're not spiders, but they're spider-like creatures. But just be aware of that, and we're going to go down in here. And if you are triggered by that, then you may want to fast forward right now. So once you get about in the center of the cave, you should start hearing some skittering. Keep an eye out. And there's one. And there's the other one. Where'd he go? Alright. Killed him. Alright, so we're going to pick up the things they left behind there. And as far as I know, there's only a couple in here, but there could be some more. That's the only two I've encountered down in here so far. But now usually we have all kinds of these mushrooms and stuff. So let me make sure how much inventory space we have. Yeah. Alright, we can probably do away with a few things here. Let's drop one of our stacks of iron plates right there. And I really don't want to drop anything else. We need everything else right now at the moment. I'll drop a second thing of iron plates and another thing of screws. It's fine. We have plenty. Grab out your chainsaw. We're going to cut down some mycelia. Alright, and once you've cut down a few of these, you actually get quite a bit of mycelia from one of these plants right here. So you only need to cut down just kind of some of the ones right here in the beginning. And we will head back up to our research tree, or our M.A.M, at this point. Alright, so now we are back up at the M.A.M once again. So let me kind of go over a few more things here with this. Just to kind of make sure that you guys understand it. So essentially what the M.A.M is, it's a knowledge-based kind of research tree. You can research things in here in order to get new sciences, new things you can build, new pieces, etc. So it's extremely handy, and it's kind of something you can do while waiting on like parts and stuff to be made for the space elevator, which we'll get into later. So in addition to the milestones here we have in the hub, we also have the research trees and stuff here in the M.A.M. So two different things you can kind of do, and these things are extremely useful in here. You want to try to get as much as you can done in the research trees. So let's go ahead and let's go to Caterium, for example. Alright, so now we unlocked Caterium. We also have mycelia, and we have the power slugs here too. So with Caterium, you'll see the first block right here, and it says Caterium, scannable resource Caterium. And then it requires, right there, you'll notice it says it needs 10. We have 28 right now. Research time is 3 seconds. That means it's going to take 3 seconds to do this. So we have enough. Go ahead and click on it and then hit Start Research. And in 3 seconds, bam. Now we can confirm that. Now since it's completed, we now know about Caterium. And it unlocks the next thing down the tree, which is Caterium ingots. So we're going to need some more Caterium for that, so we can't do that just yet. Let's head down to mycelia. Go ahead, unlock this. Start research on that. As you can see here, it's going to say biomass, and it's going to say 5. We have 244. I think we're pretty good on that. Go ahead and start research on that. And boom, that one's done. Now we unlock two different things here. We have medical properties, and we have fabric. Now, we don't have biomass on us, so we can't do the fabric. We need 100 of that. Should be easy enough to get though, so you can do that on your own. And we also have medical properties over here, but we need one of those bacon plants, and we don't have a bacon plant just yet, or at least, again, I don't. Let's go down to power slugs. So we did find a power slug. We only have one of these guys right now at the moment, but we can totally just do ahead and hit start research on that, and voila, there we go. Now we've unlocked some new branches here on this tree. We've unlocked slug scanning, we've unlocked yellow power shards, and we've unlocked overclock production. So this is extremely important right here. Overclock production is going to be something we are definitely going to get into in the next episode. But if you have the pieces on you right now at this moment, 50 copper wire, 50 plates, and 50 iron.
Unfortunately, I gotta go get a slug. Now I do know where a power slug is, but of course they update the game, so this guide doesn't have everything that's in the current thing. Unfortunately, it kind of pisses me off a little bit, but hey, you gotta work with what we got. Now, why this is annoying is because I need a power slug. So, I go to mycelia, can't get the nutrient one, because that one requires freaking, like, the moto casings or something, whatever they're called. Right. Those status, I think. So, you know. I mean, I can see with this class pod as any of them status, I think. But I was here before and I didn't see any, so come on, please have some status. There's motos, but I don't see no status. Yeah, I don't think there's any status. I think. Oh, whatever. I'm pretty sure that is what they're called. So that's unfortunate, but God, just because I do not see anything. It's just the fact that like, ugh, it's kind of. I can't remember when they changed the map. Was it update 6? Yeah, I think it was, right? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was. So,
Rods. Go ahead, click that. Now, as you can see, this is going to take about
oh,
5 minutes to actually do. So just go ahead and click on that, and there we go. Now let's head over to our storage space. Let's drop some stuff off in here. Let's go ahead and drop off the Caterium ore. Let's drop off. Let's drop off the mycelia and a couple of these stacks of screws that we don't need, and at least maybe one stack of that, maybe even a stack of copper wire we're not going to need right now at the moment. Just basically, we're going to free up some space right here in our inventory. And yeah, that's good. And if you happen to have any portable miners in here, grab about 2, maybe even 3. Just grab all the portable miners you can carry, and we're going to bring those with us. So, since this is going to take 5 minutes to research now, not the 3 seconds, what we're going to do is we're going to head over here to a Caterium node, and we're going to get as much Caterium as we can possibly get. Now, what you want to do is you see that kind of outcrop way out there in the distance, kind of sticking up right there? Alright, we're going to head towards that. But actually, we're going to head towards those trees right there to the left of it, right there. So let's head over that way. And make sure you have your handy dandy Xeno Zapper handy, because we are going to run into a little bit of, well, we're going to run into a creature, at least one down here, maybe 2. Now this is a new guy. If you haven't encountered him yet, you see he spits fireballs at us. I don't like these guys. I haven't figured out how to fight them just perfect yet. I try to hit them twice, but then they always get me. One person said just get right up in their face and just smack them, but yeah, I always get hit by them. I haven't found an easy way not to get hit. So just make sure you're at full health before
Oh,
you try to attack. Then go ahead and pick up those alien organs. We're going to need those. All right. And on our way back the rest of the way, you can also pick up any kind of leaves or whatever on your way over there too, because we are going to need that to make biomass. And just keep heading towards those trees right there in front of us. All right, once you kind of get so far over here, you should see that it kind of slants down and you kind of upward here. We're going to go towards the upper area. And we're going to go right over here where those trees are, right in there. And right in here. Okay, so now you may see a blue slug in front of you, and you may be tempted to go and grab that blue slug right away, but don't, because typically these guys are guarded by something. I don't see him yet. Ah, there he is. We have a charger over here. So remember how to fight these guys. Just back away. Hit them twice. Grab that carapace. That's going to be handy. And then we're going to need to grab this slug right here. The easiest way to do that, just place down a platform right there underneath of him. Jump up on the platform, walk up to him, and collect power slug number 2. There we go. You can also delete these right here. There we go. And if you want, you can also grab your chainsaw and yeah, we can actually cut these trees down, I think. We sure can. Oh, that added a bunch of leaves, wood, and other stuff to our combination. Go ahead and grab as much as you want here, actually. All right, now, nice. We kind of cleaned that out a little bit there. All right, let's head down here. Now, watch your step. This is a deep chasm. You will die. There is no doubt about that if you fall down in there. So, what we want to do is we want to get right over there to that platform. The easiest way to do that, go into our foundations, grab a ramp, and then place the ramp down right about there. And then put another one up there, and there we go. With Zoop turned on, we should be able to get that about right there. And then use a flat piece to connect to it, like so. And we're just going to build kind of a little bridge over to that. And just slide down the ramp here. Whee! Alright, right here. Now, we can't put a miner here because these rocks are on top of it. And we can't do anything about these rocks right now at the moment. We can, however, later, but that's later, not now. This is why we brought over our portable miner. So let's go into our inventory. And we're going to plop these guys down right here. Alright, so if you brought 3 or 4 or however many you brought over here, just throw them down and let these guys go to town. And this is a pure Caterium node right here. So this is the best you can get. It won't take long for all these guys to get going and grabbing as much Caterium as you can get. So go ahead and let them do their thing and just kind of sit here for a moment. Alright, so once all 3 of our little miner friends here are done, go ahead and click on each.
oh goodness, what it gets. And since I have a map,
each of them and grab all. We're going to take all of the Caterium out of there. That should give you about 300. And that's a pretty good amount of Caterium. Not a fantastic lot, but that should do us for the moment. Go back up here, and if you look straight ahead on that little cliff right there, you'll see Power Slug number 3 right there. So I want to go ahead and grab him because we're going to need him. Right underneath of us is some copper as well. And you can see we have a little charger down there, and I think there's a couple more right up in there too. So we're going to make our way around. Go over there. We're going to pick up that slug right there. If you need to, grab this pale berry right here if you haven't already. And make sure your health is all the way up. Alright, now we're just going to walk right over to the edge over here and pick up our power slug. Like so. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend this, but those two guys right there, we're going to attack those guys. Because we need their carapaces. Alright, so slowly approach them. And then when you see them kind of getting close, back away. Hit them twice. Now we do have a second one here, so we got to watch him. Alright, and with both of those guys dead, grab their carapaces. And you can also go down here and kill the other one too, just to get that extra carapace. Alright, perfect. Now, that should be quite a few of those. And I saw something else up here. I spy with my little eye something that is blue on top of a rock. We have another power slug over here. So anytime you see a power slug, you probably want to try to get it if you can. Just be careful. That hissing sound that we're hearing right now, which actually you don't hear it unless you're actually playing the game right now, is another one of those spitter guys. And I don't like those, and I think there actually might be two of them over here. Oh, there's at least one. Alright, so let's get him out. Alright, and once he is taken out, there we go. Let's climb on top of this rock right here. Like so. Go up here, and we're going to grab another power slug. In fact, there's another one right over there, but I'm pretty sure there is definitely two of those spitters over there. And I have a hard enough time with one. We're going to leave that guy. You can go ahead and chance it yourself, though, if you want. Totally up to you, but I'm going to leave it. We have what we need. Now let's head back to our hub. And by the way, if you do happen to get lost, if you look up at the top of the compass up there, you will see that it has a little house kind of thing right there, a little icon. It says the hub. That's how you know exactly which way to go to get back home. It's always going to point you back in the direction where the hub terminal is. That is your home, or wherever you place it anyway. Alright, now we're back up here. Let's go into our M.A.M. And, oh look, our 5-minute overclock production thing is done. So we'll talk about that in the next episode, but we definitely wanted to get that done today. Alright, so let's go into Caterium down here. The next thing is Caterium ingots. Go ahead and start researching on that. That's an only 3 seconds thing. There we go. Now that that is unlocked, what we can do is we can now turn Caterium that we've been mining, the ore, into Caterium ingots. And we can do that on a craft bench, or we can actually have a machine do it for us. Back into the M.A.M. again. Let's go up to alien organisms. And right here under alien organs, go ahead and click on that. We have 6. We only need 1 right now. Go ahead and start research on that. There we go. And now we have biomass here. So go ahead and click that one. Start research. These only take 3 seconds. These don't take that long. Go over here to the other one. Click on that one. It says we need 10. I only have 4 right now. However, I think I have some in my box over here as well. Yeah, I do. I have 7 in there. So let's go ahead and grab those. And go back up to alien organisms. We're going to research that. There we go. Now, what that did is, of course, it unlocked new things here in the tree, right? But it also unlocked the ability to turn alien organs and carapaces into biomass. And not only that, but these things are fantastic for this. So, if we go down here, we can see we've got leaves, wood, alien carapaces, and let's click on alien carapace and take a look at that. One carapace is 100 biomass. That's really good, but nowhere near as good as the organs. So we get one organ will make 200 biomass. We can just make 400 biomass real quick, just like this. Just click, click, and bam. And we can also go ahead and get these carapaces out of the way too. There we go. And we also have leaves and wood, but we're not going to worry about that. Now, you also have the ability to turn mycelia into biomass. Don't do this. Mycelia is kind of hard to find, and we need that to make like health inhalers, which we will get to probably maybe in the next episode, or we may get to it before we get to the next episode on your own. It's just researched in the M.A.M over here. But let's go ahead and we're going to take that Caterium ore right now. We're going to make ingots out of that. So go ahead and just tap your spacebar on crafting and then just let it do its thing. Go make a sandwich, go grab a drink, whatever you need to do. Awesome. Now with our Caterium ingots done, let's head back over to our M.A.M research tree and we're going to unlock some more stuff. So go to Caterium. Now we have two options here. We have quick wire, which takes 50, and we have inflated pocket dimensions, which takes about 10, but we're also going to need some copper wire and some other stuff there too. So again, great reason why I put my inventory all down here where my hub is, because we can just go in here, we can grab what we need. So we need to grab some wire, which is right up here. Easy peasy to get. I'll just grab about 2 stacks there. And if you need anything else, go ahead and grab it or head back up to the M.A.M.
That's true. The Voice episode will actually skip. It's just that I pause a lot in the videos. It's just like 6 minutes left in this video, so I wouldn't
Alright, so take a look at inflated pocket dimensions right here, and you will see that that adds +6 inventory slots. That's really handy, and you should have everything you need right now to unlock that. It's just going to take about 2 minutes. If we look at the quick wire over here, we also have enough for that too. Let's go ahead and unlock quick wire because that's only going to take 3 seconds. So, bam. Alright, perfect. And then do the pocket dimensions. Alright, so that's going to take 2 minutes. So we're going to have to wait for that. So we unlocked some things over here.
Whoa. I believe inflated is down here. I'm just gonna bring on one of these and head back over to get some more Caterium. Did I not make it visible on the map? No. Dang it. Okay. Yeah. I suppose I could go and get that one. I'm not afraid it's huge split. It's been actually pretty good kill on 'em. Uh, sometimes. And there's also a yellow slug. Like, how do you miss the yellow slug? I mean, it's yellow. It's right there. And I don't even know. Well, you were looking straight at it. Like, literally. I was gonna try to get an extra 600 Caterium. Well, it's annoying. I had to go through everything just to get this stuff. Well, not 600. What am I thinking? So winter, those are done, and then I'll head back to the base. We'll literally missed a summer sloop in that cave. I mean, I didn't grab it either, but I don't know. We needed bomb. I don't know if there's bombs on the quartz one, but still, we're probably gonna need all of this for that. Whoa, my power grid is down. Jesus. Oh, I gotta find some stuff to get rid of. I have tons of iron rods and screws and cable and wire. So I have to get. Good boy. Let's do some deforestation. Hello, trees. The trees are not happy to see me. But this video is almost done. Do that. And I'm probably going to do episode 3 after this one. I mean 7 after this one. And then it's gonna be Space Elevator and all that. I'm definitely gonna have enough. But I think it has to be interested. Like, that's not gonna destroy all the trees. There's also another one right over there. Whoa. Is Will blind? There's a spittle, but I need the parts. Nah, you don't mortal me, I mortal you. I don't know if I have a strategy for killing them, but I mean, I think I'm okay at it. And he said get him, but I'm like, well, if you don't get him, I ain't getting him. And it's two spittles, so not that hard to kill. I don't. If I'm gonna bet you anything, it's one of these things that zacked up or something. Wasn't this actually? Surprisingly enough. Huh. Well, I'm getting this much. Oh, make like tons of quick oil. Let me just make the quick oil first, because this is gonna go much faster. I'm assuming. Wait, pisses me off a little bit. Oh, it's gonna yeah, jam. Whoa, literally anyone. Yeah, limitals. The only thing I could research. So I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get this. I don't know if there is inflated pocket dimensions in anymore. I mean, I'm hoping there is, cause
Here under alien organisms a minute ago too. So we're looking at here. We have again, we have inflated pocket dimensions, but we're going to need to kill some more things that give off the organs. So, what gives you organs? Well, that's going to be the spitters or those little spider creatures. Also, if you can kill Bob or Mr. Bean, as Kibitz calls him, if you can kill him. Right now, with a Xeno Zapper, it's probably not the easiest thing to do, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. But instead, these spitters and also those spider things. Carapaces you get from the chargers, and if you've encountered the fireflies yet, the shells that they hatch from give you carapace as well. So that's where you're going to get those from. We've got another hand equipment slot over here you can get. That's a third hand that you can use. That's pretty handy. And then we have the +6 inventory slots over here. We have the medicinal inhalers. These are quite handy to get.
come
And we have
on,
the
give me that
rebar gun.
pocket
So the
dimension.
rebar gun is kind of fun, but it's
Forward.
not really all that useful. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I think you have to make beacons or something. No, you make spiked rebars, but you have to unlock that too. So I wouldn't worry too much about the rebar gun unless you just got some extra stuff. But definitely these two on the end, inflate your pocket dimension and get the extended tool belt. Those are handy to get. And Caterium, once we unlock this, You're going to get Caterium Electronics down here with the quick wire. I highly recommend grabbing that. And on down the list down through here, you should see some other stuff. We want to get down here. What this one is going to be is a splitter, but it's a smart splitter. We're going to need that. So work your way down this list until you get the smart splitter in the off time before I make my next video. And yeah, so we have nutrients we can't do anything with. Power slugs, we're going to need some more of those guys before we can do anything. The pocket dimension is now done, so confirm that. There we go. And if you look now,
Pocket dimension has been
we have
inflated.
more slots to carry stuff with, and that's always handy. Now you will notice that there is a yellow power slug right in front of us over here on top of this rock. And even though it may not kind of look like it's dangerous because it's up so high, it still is. You can still get poisoned over there. You can go around to the back and build a ramp up to it and kind of get up there and grab it if you are quick enough, but you are going to take damage, so if you try that, make sure you are at full health. Once you get that power slug, you can bring it back over here and you can research that, but I wouldn't suggest doing that just yet. There's easier ones to get to, so I wouldn't worry about that guy. If we come over here to our craft bench, we can now make something new with the Caterium. We can make quick wire. We can actually make 115 of that right now. So go ahead and do that. That's something new you can do. And we got that from just researching that in the M.A.M.I. Alright, now that we have the quick wire, I'm going to check my thing here. I'm pretty sure, yes, I have like 6 raw quartz in there as well. So I'm going to grab that. We're going to head back over here to the M.A.M. We're going to go to Caterium, and we can actually start to unlock Caterium Electronics. That's 3 seconds. We'll go ahead and grab that now with the 100 quick wire. Bam. And what that does is it unlocks this tree here. AI limiters, blade runners, which are extremely handy. We totally want to get those. And we can unlock power poles Mark II. It's essentially the same thing as we have power poles, right? But you can attach 7 cables to it instead of only 4. So as you can see, the M.A.M. is extremely useful for grabbing extra stuff that we're going to need in the game, and I highly recommend getting to know the M.A.M. and what all you can get into it, and coming back and forth to this and unlocking stuff whenever you can. A lot of this stuff is just going to be extremely useful. For the most part, I think we got most everything we need out of the way here. I am going to go ahead and unlock this. So we have 22 quartz right now, so I can unlock quartz crystals, or I can unlock silica. I recommend silica because that actually is made for glass, and in order to build things with glass in it, we're going to need silica. So I'm just going to go ahead and unlock that for now. We'll eventually get the raw quartz crystals as well here. And that's pretty much everything we can do about the M.A.M. right now at the moment. And I think that is probably a good place to end this video. So like I said, we're going to talk about overclocking in the next video. And I'm not sure what else we're going to do in that. If you guys have anything that you want to learn, anything you want to know about, or if you have any questions about anything I've gone over, definitely put those in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. Plus your comments make my video rate higher on YouTube. I'm sure you guys know this. If you watch enough YouTube videos, every single YouTuber guy out there or girl talks about this. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, you're loving this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know a lot of people who watch my videos aren't actually even subscribed to the channel, so hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, that way you know when another new video goes live. And I will be back in a few days with another Satisfactory video. Until then, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching.
So yeah, that's pretty much gonna end this video here. Next video, we're gonna be probably doing some stuff with what is it called? I can't remember. Oh, probably more with the M.A.M. and the sink. Probably gonna be using the smart limiters, but I don't know. Either way, well, you're gonna find out. So see you guys later. Bye.